EVE Online and New Eden is the ultimate sci-fi experience. EVE Online is about the spaceships, and EVE Vanguard is going to be about boots on the ground.
We've got these big ships that we see when we play with them in the strategic game. And what are they like when you get to see them human scale?
We want to kind of bridge the gap from people who are EVE curious into being significant parts of the space opera.
We've been focusing on the atmosphere of the game, making sure it feels like it's already a part of New Eden, and that shooting experience, that it can live up to par with people's expectations.
There's not much known about the Vanguard as of this moment, and technically they don't really exist in the EVE universe. With the First Strike event, we may see the Deathless making his first attempt at mobilizing a force of his own. We may also see the Deathless run tests on Infomor, while adding to the chaos and disruption already happening in the skies.
With First Strike, you as founders here are coming in on the ground floor. This is our first public test. So you're only going to have a single weapon, and it's going to be in a single environment. There's going to be a lot of things that you can do on the surface of the planet. We built an environment that we want your buy-in. We want to know that it already feels part of that EVE Online New Eden experience.
The sky is literally burning. There's embers all over the place. There's fire on the ground. There's dangerous chemicals leaking out. This was the aftermath of a gigantic spaceship crashing into the surface of this planet, and it's just totaled the entire area around it. It's 360 degrees chaos. The players are being thrown into that.
So you drop in as your squad, you take contracts coming from NPC factions. That could be salvaging items, could be clearing out NPC camps, fixing up parts of the ship to bring it back to life.
You will be bumping into enemies, whether it's AI enemies on the surface, or whether it's going to be other players that you can either build fragile alliances with or see human kill human. That's up to you.
In First Strike, you'll be playing with the Core 80. It's a medium-range assault rifle. The player is able to deal with a lot of the challenges that are coming at them because it's able to be inherently adaptable. Part of that adaptation comes from the ammo types, where we have kinetic ammo and energy ammo, which are effective against different enemy types. And then when you're finding the encounters that you're going into, you can use the AR holo sight to learn more information about the enemies before you go into combat.
Our tech artists and our rendering teams have been hard at work for weeks and months to help deliver this vision that we have. Everything from pebbles to massive bowheads, puddles to massive explosions, carefully placing wreckage and rocks to create that EVE feel in the world.
You can expect to hear the world around you being alive with creaks and groans, and you'll hear fires, gravel, explosions, turrets firing at you. Everything has a bespoke bit of audio signature.
We want you, when you come into Vanguard, to feel that this is a real place that existed before you arrived, and it will exist after you've left. That anxiety, that fear, that tension of walking into a real crash site is what we're trying to recreate.
We want to expand the playground that you play in, add more meaningful ways for players to progress and keep playing, the thread that pulls you from session to session, and more reasons to stay in the session for longer, more activities, more risks and rewards, but also more authenticity with the EVE Online experience in that sandbox.
If you are an active Omega player, you will be able to access First Strike and try EVE Vanguard out from 7th of December to 11th of December in a limited time event. And this will be visible to you directly through the EVE launcher starting on December 7th.
It's really important that we get your feedback. We made that promise to you at FanFest that we want to build this game alongside you. This game doesn't achieve the scope, the vision, and the direction that we want this game to achieve without you, the players. Like EVE Online in its early days, it got to where it is in 20 years' time with the community helping to build that game alongside it. That's why we want to bring you on this early, bring you really on the ground floor as founders, generate the hype and excitement and the content with you moving forwards.
We are so appreciative of all of the help that you're going to be giving us as we develop EVE Vanguard, that we will be giving exclusive rewards to players who participate in these events from First Strike and onward.
I would love to be sat here in 20 years' time with EVE Online and say that we're still talking about EVE Vanguard. This game will continue to evolve over months and the years to come. We are super excited to get you in.